Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Is English. My name is Mohit Kumar, and today we are going to do a class 12 poem, an elementary school classroom in a slum. We have already done the first two stanzas. I have already uploaded the video. You can check the description box for the link. And in this, we will complete the poem. Only two stanzas are left. So let's continue. So, in the last two paragraphs, what we have discussed that there was a description of the classroom wall, and certain pictures were there on the wall, and one of the pictures was of William Shakespeare, one of the greatest playwright of any language you may say. Now, in the third paragraph, what the poet is telling that surely Shakespeare is wicked. Now, this is very interesting. Poet is telling Shakespeare is wicked, an evil person. Evil person. Wicked मतलब होता है जो खराब आदमी. Now, how can you say that Shakespeare is wicked? And then he's telling, and there was another picture of the map also. So what the poet is that the map is also a bad example. Shakespeare is a wicked person. Map is a bad example. Why? Because with ships and the sun and love tempting them to school, tempting them to steal. Now, why he's calling Shakespeare wicked? Why he's calling that the map is a bad example? There is a reason. Because Shakespeare always talks about love, power, money, great people. If you read any of the dramas of Shakespeare, what you will see that he always the main character of his dramas are always some great personalities. Some of them are kings, some of them are princes, some of them are army generals, and the map is showing a beautiful world, vibrant world, diverse world. But in the life of these kids, none of these things are there. Neither they have money, neither they have love, neither they have power. And these people, and Shakespeare only talks about this. The map is only showing this. The pictures are showing a beautiful world, Tyrolese Valley, and other stuff. What is happening? That if you will talk about something again and again, you will create a temptation in the mind of those children who do not have access of these things. So what they will do? They will start stealing those things. What the poet is trying to tell कि शेक्सपियर हमेशा क्या करते हैं ऐसे ऐसे चीजों के बारे में बात करते हैं ग्रेट चीजों के बारे में बात करते हैं पैसा प्यार पावर इन सब चीजों के बारे में बात करते हैं और ये सारा चीज क्या है बच्चों के लाइफ में है नहीं जितना भी ग्रेट चीज है वो चीज क्या है शेक्सपियर बच्चों के लाइफ में है नहीं तो फिर बच्चे क्या करेंगे उस चीज को लाने के लिए चोरी करना शुरू कर देंगे. So what is happening that Shakespeare and this map is creating a bad influence on the minds of these kids. They are tempting them to have those things and they cannot get it easily. They cannot get it by right means. So what they will do? They will start stealing. So that's why Shakespeare is being referred as wicked, a bad person, because he is having a bad influence on these kids. So I hope it is clear because this question is asked many times that why Shakespeare is being referred as a wicked. Now, for lives that slyly turn into their cramped holes, from fog to endless nights. Now, slyly का मतलब होता है normally होता है very intelligently. Intelligently मतलब अच्छे वे में नहीं, चतुराई जो negative sense में. यहाँ पे मतलब हुआ cruelly. These children are spending their entire life in the cramped holes. Now, what is cramped hole? It is basically a metaphor. The poet is using a metaphor to compare the slum area, their houses with cramped holes. अगर तुम लोग स्लम का भी देखो तो बहुत छोटा छोटा रूम होता है लाइक 6x6 8x8 का रूम होगा 4 people 10 people many people live in that small area so that is basically a cramped hole from fog to endless night and they never see light. Fog क्या होता है बहुत डल होता है कुछ नहीं दिखाई देता their future is uncertain their life is very dull and how they are spending their life from fog to endless night कभी कभी मतलब देखो fog से start हो रहा है night में खत्म हो जा रहा है मतलब from since their birth to their death they don't see light they don't see happiness they don't see any hope for a better life वो हमेशा क्या होता है मतलब without any knowledge without a better life they die and they spend their entire life in this cramped hole in this slum area on their slag heap slag मतलब होता है dirt कूड़ा कचरा heap मतलब ढेर so they are living again what the poet is telling that this uh, Slum is basically nothing, it is just a pile of garbage. कूड़े का क्या है ये, ढेर है. And the children wear skins pipped through by bones. And see how beautifully he has described the poverty of the children. What he is telling, that these kids, they are so poor, and they are suffering from malnutrition so much, that when you look at them, how they look, as their bone is about to come out of their skin. There is no muscle in their body. इतने पतले दुबले, ऐसे लगता क्या है जैसे बोन क्या होगा उनको स्किन से बाहर अब आ जाएगा. इतने पतले दुबले, इतने गरीब है कि they cannot afford that much of food so that they can look properly also. And they are wearing spectacles of steel. This is spectacles of steel. मतलब ऐसा भी some of them might be having eye issues. तो क्या हो रहा है, वो glasses पहन रहे हैं, spectacles पहन रहे हैं, with mended glasses. Now this one is interesting. जो लोग मेरे जैसे चश्मिश है, उनको पता होगा. Suppose if there is one crack, तो फिर ये चश्मा का क्या होगा, कोई काम नहीं है. फिर क्यों यह होता है, अगर यहाँ पे क्रैक लग गया और सामने आदमी, तो आधा पार्ट उसका ऊपर दिखता है, आधा पार्ट नीचे दिखता है. But these kids, they are wearing spectacles with mended glass. One of the glass is broken, or they have not got it replaced. And I don't think I need to explain why they have not got it replaced, because they don't have money. They are so poor that they cannot replace it. So what they have done, they have somehow repaired it. फेविकॉल को डाल के क्या किया, उसको कैसे भी रिपेयर कर लिया, जबकि वो बिल्कुल फिर ज्यादा वो काम नहीं करेगा. और ग्लास ये नहीं कि एक क्रैक लगा हुआ, हाउ मेनी, लेट्स से लाइक बॉटल बिट्स ऑन स्टोन. जो ग्लास ऐसे क्या लगता है, छोटा छोटा ग्लास का टुकड़ा जैसे है वो ग्लास के अंदर, ऐसे लगता है जैसे उसको किसी ने फोड़ दिया. जैसे ग्लास को उसको क्या करो, किस चीज से फोड़ोगे तो क्या होगा, वो छोटा छोटा पार्ट में डिवाइड हो जाएगा. सो देयर ग्लास इज आल्सो वन ऑफ द ग्लासेस. ग्लास, द पोर्ट हैज यूज्ड द टर्म ग्लास, मतलब एक ग्लास वैसा हुआ. तो वन ऑफ द ग्लासेस इज जस्ट लाइक दैट. It is broken, and it is broken like anything you can say, and they are not able to get it replaced. All of their time and space are foggy slum. Their entire life is spent in that foggy slum, the slum which doesn't see any light, which uh, and from, as I told you, since their birth till their death, from their birth till their death, they spend their entire life in that foggy slum, without any happiness, without any glitter of hope, without any happiness. So now what the poet is telling, remember there was this map they have put on the wall. So plot their maps with slums. And on that map, they don't show that there are slums. They only show the beautiful places, big countries. तो पोएट क्या बोले कि वो जो मैप है उस पे क्या करो, स्लम दिखाओ, स्लम का निशान बनाओ कि यहाँ यहाँ स्लम. And when you will mark the map with slum area, that map will turn into disaster. बट उससे फायदा क्या होगा, अगर हम स्लम एरिया को मैप पे पुट करेंगे, तो देन पीपल विल रियलाइज, रिच पीपल विल रियलाइज कि दुनिया में ऐसा भी पार्ट है, एग्जिस्ट करता है. एरियाज लाइक स्लम भी एग्जिस्ट करता है, which is a blot on civilization. On one hand, the world is developing at a very fast rate, but at the same time, such places exist, which, where people are living in very very horrible condition, and not one or two human beings. A lot of people are living in such a horrible condition. So it's better to क्या करना है, पोट क्या करना है, so blot, put some mark, put some stain on this map, so that people will realize कि slums also exist, which is a blot on human civilization. Now, अभी तक हमने क्या देखा कि that poet was very very pessimistic, he was very very negative, he was very very sad. Now he is changing the tone. From pessimism, he is becoming optimist. Pessimism मतलब जो नेगेटिव सोचे, ऑप्टिमिस्ट मतलब जिसमें थोड़ा सा पॉजिटिव, जो पॉजिटिव सोचता. So what he is telling in the last area, that unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window. If these three people, governor मतलब somebody who is in power, इंस्पेक्टर जिनका काम है जांच पड़ताल करना, विजिटर जो लोग पैसा डोनेट करते हैं, जो लोग घूमने आते हैं, देखने आते हैं इस एरिया को, अगर these people will become serious, if these people will become dedicated towards their duty, if these people will decide that we have to reduce this class difference, then this map will become the window. अभी तक विंडो क्या था, इनके विंडो के बाहर क्या दिखता था, उनका स्लम. And what the poet was telling, that is their world. Then what the poet is telling, that if these people will take their job seriously, if they will become sincere, then this map will become their window. मतलब फिर क्या हो जाएगा, इनका दुनिया ये जो मैप है वो क्या हो जाएगा, इनके लिए सच में रियल दुनिया बन जाएगा. That world, they can also access that world. They can also become part of that beautiful world instead of being, shut in this, instead of being locked in this slum area. And these windows that set upon their lives like catacombs. Now, what is catacomb? Underground tunnel, underground grave. नीचे घूमने फिरने का मोमेंट होगा बट ऊपर से बंद होगा. तो द स्लम इज बीइंग कंपेयर्ड विद कैटाकॉम्ब्स. ठीक है, क्यों? क्योंकि दे कैन मूव फ्रीली इन द स्लम, बट उससे बाहर ये लोग कभी निकलते ही नहीं. उनका दुनिया क्या है, उसी में लिमिटेड है. तो क्या है कि दे आर लिविंग इन दैट स्लम एरिया and they can move freely in that slum area, but they cannot come out of that. The window has been closed. Okay. So it's just like the slum area is just like catacomb. So you can see simile has been used. Break or break till they break the town. So give them opportunity. Give them opportunity. Give them education. Then what they will do? They will come out of that slum area. They can come out of that slum area. And who has to do that? Governor, inspector, and visitor. These people have to become a little bit sincere, a bit serious, that we have to reduce this, class difference. And they have to provide these kids with opportunity. Or opportunity kya karna hai? It's very simple. And just let me give a second. And show the children green. So basically what you have to do, you have to take these kids out from that slum area. You have to show them real world, beautiful world, vibrant world, green world, and make their world run azure on gold sands. Show them the beautiful nature. Okay. Take them and show them the beautiful clear sky, the golden colored sand. Take them, show them that wo jo tum duniya mein jis rahe ho na, that is not the real world. This is the beautiful world, and you can become the part of this world. So first, what you have to do? First, you have to motivate those kids. You can have a better life. You can come out. That world is not. That is not the end of the world. That slum is not everything. There is a beautiful world out there, and you can become part of that. So first, take them out of that slum. Show them the real world. Show them the beautiful world, and let their tongues run naked into it, and then give them education. करना क्या, सिंपल सा चीज करना, दो चीज करना. टेक देम आउट, शो देम द ब्यूटीफुल वर्ल्ड. ठीक है, और फिर क्या करना है? यू हैव टू गिव देम रियल एजुकेशन. सिर्फ स्कूल ओपन करके नहीं, you have to make sure that they are getting education. And who can make sure? The people who are in power. So if they will be provided with quality education, then they can also become part of this beautiful world. And let their tongues run naked into the white and green leaves. Now he's talking about two kinds of evolution. White and green leaves. White तो leaves हमने कभी नहीं सुना. Green leaves तो होते हैं. ये white leaves कहाँ से आएगा? So basically he's again using metaphor to show that जो white page होता है ना book का, उसके लिए उनको क्या बोल रहे हैं? वो white leaves उसको बोल रहे हैं. So what he's telling that give them education, bookish knowledge, plus give them practical knowledge. Show them the world also. दोनों, सिर्फ मतलब स्कूल में पढ़ाई नहीं कराना है, उनको दुनिया भी दिखाना है. Practical knowledge so that they can learn from when they will go outside, they will interact with people, then they will learn about the real world. And history is theirs whose language is the sun. History is created by those people who have knowledge, who have wisdom. And once you will give education to these kids can also make history. These kids will be also able to transform their lives. But what we need to do? We need the government official, the government, and other people of society like you and me, to become serious about these kids, to provide them opportunity, to provide them education. And once quality education will be provided, these kids will be able to change their lives. So basically what we have discussed in the poem, kids are suffering, and society, government have discarded them, and their condition is very, very horrible. They are living in a very, very miserable condition. And if education will be provided, then the life of these kids can be changed. So this is the basic idea of the poem. If still you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. और जो लोग यार सब्सक्राइब लाइक वाइक नहीं कर रहे, शेयर वेयर कर दिया करो, बाकी लोगों का भी भला हो जाए और साथ में मेरा भी भला हो जाए, ठीक है? सो इफ यू लाइक द वीडियो यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स लाइक इट, subscribe the channel if you have still not subscribed it, and share with your friends, those who are in class 12, so that they can get some benefit. Okay, so see you in the next class.